I think I clicked the wrong thing by accident. Sorry. Hello. Managed to make it. Only 2 minutes, 3 minutes now over time for another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. I hope you're all well. I realise that because we didn't start the thing early, people might be coming in a bit late. So we'll just give people the time. But to kick things off, of course, we have our Pearl of the Week. So this was a contentious point that we'll come back to later in the show. I realise I've just started this very abruptly. I've just come out the gates like talk. So yeah. Let's kick it off. So one of the things we were talking about when I'm just literally just talking out my mouth now. Just this is a stream of consciousness. Welcome, episode 68. To all you fine people. As I say hello to you all, I want to know, you're at the theatre, which I was at, and they only sell the primary colours of ice cream at the theatre. What is your go-to? Vanilla, strawberry or chocolate? Hit me up with your answers. We shall check back in at the end of the stream and we'll find out what your go-to is. We'll come back to this story later. Let's see, has the poll polled? Not sure what's happening. There it is. 7 votes already. Vanilla is winning? Is this an age thing? Oh, chocolate's ramping up. Right, so... like, it's basically, obviously, I know there's other flavours. There's mint, we've got caramel, we've got New York cheesecake, we've got all that good stuff. But the primary colours of ice cream we need to start with. Where are you going? So let's say hello to... Actually, before we say hello, I'm very sorry. I'm just going to have to crack open Drink of the Week quickly before we get into this. Because I need Drink of the Week. Drink of the Week? Yeah, what am I drinking? I need it desperately. My sister has offered up for sacrifice some Lucozade. Timely. What's going to happen to me? Hopefully it will boost my sporting performance. You might see a game of tennis at the end of this, maybe a quick bit of squash, potentially run a marathon or whatever. So let's go. I feel like I'm being really rude that I haven't said hello. Let's do some hellos now. Just, hello everyone, I'm just going to moan. Right, who have we got in the chat while I struggle with opening a bottle? We've got Platinum Bro 7, hello. We've got Chris J, hi. We have Jazz D. Dusty says, hello everyone who made the live chat. Woo, it's good to have you here. Michael A, hello. Starlight Gamer, hi. We've got Rich Gamer, hello. Chris J, Vault Boy Steve doing the old mod duties. It's very wet because it's been in the fridge. It's been in the fridge for once. We got, Abdural Man A3X. I just steamrolled that. Hello, we've got Robert Wall. We've got a lot of good familiar faces. Good to see you all here. Leopoldo. Hi. Have you tried Madagascar vanilla? Oh, my favourite ice cream that my grandpa used to get me. He used to get me mascarpone. Oh no. Save the electronics at all. Ooh, I haven't had one of these in ages. Oh boy. Oh, I like it. Oh. That is some good sauce. I have a really sad tale about Lucozade, which the flavours, the infused flavours of orange, energy and fizz have awoken within me. Not one time. Well, how did this happen? So, when I used to get picked up from school, I'm going back into the annals of time here. I am sad that there's a lot of this. There's a lot to get through here. So... we went to the chemist. We used to have to go to the chemist a lot when we were kids because my sister had to get her special milk. And my mum let us buy a drink or something as a treat. So I bought one of these Lucozades, but back then they were glass. So I remember we were left the place, very excited to open it, tried to open it. We were about to cross the zebra crossing and I dropped it on the floor, mere footsteps away from the chemist. And that was it. I wasn't allowed to buy another one. Harsh mum rules there, but you know, that's how you play the dice of life. Not how you play the dice of life. Wow, is it locking it down? Time of Lucy already? It is that time of the week again, Dogter. I like Dogter Martin. Good. Oh, this is really good. I really like this. I can't drink fast though. Let me attempt it. Am I just gonna make a fool of myself, right? I get stuck here. It's not like the funnel isn't open. Something blocks the way. I'm not sure what it is. I can't just go like that. It just sort of, I can't chug. I've got, my throat's got a mind of its own. It's like when I take paracetamol I have to be by myself to take paracetamol because it becomes a bit of a performance. Maybe I should do that on the show one time. If I have a headache, so I have to sort of like gear myself up for it and be like, and then it happens. That's how I drink paracetamol. It's not all, you don't always need the Bee Gees fingers to do it, but sometimes you just need to go, and then it might happen. But the worst thing that happens, if you leave it to ruminate in your mouth too long, it will start to sort of crumble away. That's never good. So, there we go. Had my adrenaline shot. Let's continue to say hello to some people, as I just rambled on into the evening night. Sad. It's dark out this week. Sam Higson, hello. Callum, hi. Ooh, Valja Holloland says, what's your hardest platinum trophy? Max Payne 3. That was when I peaked, as I always say. I'll never reach those famed heights of Max Payne 3. I can't even believe these hands, they used to do good things. These hands. That's from Neverending Story. I can't chug. I feel it though. I feel the chuggins. It is. I am cooking it right now. Oh, you're talking about something else. Mint chocolate chip is the best. Yeah, but we got to go, Charlie B, with the core 3. The ones that started it all. When there was ice cream, there was but 3 flavours that came together and decided for some reason they couldn't live harmoniously unless you got a Neapolitan ice cream. Which are disgusting, by the way. I do not condone Neapolitan ice creams. My gran used to give me Lucozade when I was poorly. I think this is because Imogen was poorly. She had food poisoning, and so they bought her a bunch of Lucozade, and there was one left over. So now I am reaping the rewards. Full mouth of water, so swell rapidly and swallow. You never feel them. That's Bolt Boy Steve's. The thing is, it's all in the mind. The mind gets me. I get, it's like a hurdle. It's coming. But am I going to make it? Someone's, oh! And then okay, and then you make it. Much like hurdles. Have you ever danced the lambanda? No, but have you ever danced underwater? Bjorn. Can you feel the beat underwater? Prime Logan, we've got some new faces here today. Hello, welcome. Sorry this is your first episode. The 3 nations lived in harmony, then everything changed when the Strawberry Nation attacked. Oh, is this the law? The law of the ice cream? Much like the law of water. I think that's what happened with the primary colours. What do you have to mix together to get the other ice creams? I don't know. So we shall check in. The reason I ask this question is I feel like my senses have changed in my mind. My go-to is chocolate, but then I'm like, is chocolate as good as it used to be anymore, or is this just getting old? Vanilla is always like a good standard choice. So let's just jump into the conversation. I was hanging out with Manish. We went to see Back to the Future, which we'll get to. And we had this conversation while we were eating dinner before, because we were like, yeah, we're 100% going to get ice cream at the interval, because that's what we do at the theatre. And I was asking what's his go-to flavour. He said vanilla. He's a vanilla guy. And I was just like, no, I've not got anything against the vanillas. But, I guess if it's a good vanilla with the little bits in, I'm all for it. But I was like, chocolate. But I was like, actually, I've started to dabble. I've got really high-pitched. When I started to dabble into the strawberry realms. And it's quite refreshing. I always thought strawberries was just for, fairies or something. Like, wow, strawberry. Because I was like, you've got to go chocolate. Like, you can eat a strawberry. It's lame. Well, actually, I quite like strawberries. But I was like, if you're going to eat ice cream. But now I've started to live the strawberry life. And that's what I ended up having to have on the day, because they ran out of chocolate. My first go-to was chocolate, but then I actually did enjoy the strawberry. So if I could vote in my own poll, I might vote for strawberry, even though it's losing. Team strawberry. Chocolate is good, but you need to have good chocolate. I think that's the problem. I'm also with you, Robert. I think, yeah, if you've got poor chocolate, then it's not going to go well. Right, shall we kick off the show properly after I've rambled forever? So, thanks for being here, everybody. Appreciate it. Thursday, we're back on the old Thursday schedule. So we're going to start, of course, with the highlights and lowlights of the week. So have a think, what's yours, and we shall reconvene. Also, of course, clip of the week. Then we're talking about my trip to the theatre to see Back to the Future, the musical. And then what have I been playing, which is Hellblade, and what have I been watching, which is Loki. And then we'll get to the end, because I found the Lucy quotes, everybody. I know, hooray! Big triumphant applause from the crowd. Matt says chocolate is the best flavour, so jot that down real quick. Okay. No, you bring your own sweets. Oh, to the theatre, you gotta go for it. Now we're not going into the realms of Ben and Jerry's ice cream, because who knows what's happening there. It's like Willy Wonka's factory of chocolate over there, but with ice cream. They're putting fish in there, they're putting cookie dough, they're putting all kinds of craziness. When I had oh my god, I went to the Ben and Jerry's shop back in the old world. It's the only way I can describe it. And I got this honeycomb ice cream, and it was so good. I just kept uncontrollably giggling about how good it was. So there we go. If you ever get to do that, do that. So let's start with the highlights and lowlights of the week. Woo! So my first lowlight, I'm just going to kick things off, is this impending darkness that is happening. Like, I just can't believe it's over so soon. Summer, it never even began. Sad summer days will fade away. God. What this year has been... I don't know. It's like someone's just put the year in a big old sack and is dragging it across the floor. They're like, come on, we gotta go. And they're just like, no. That's how I feel about 2021. Yeah, I'm just sad that, I like when the days were light and now it's the darkness. I don't want to go back to the darkness. Don't take me back. I hated the darkness of 2020. So yeah, that's my existential crisis there for you. And then the other thing, I'm mad about this one. Hella mad. So I got a new phone recently. I feel like all I am is just freaking Oscar the Grouch these days. Just give me a tin can. I'm like, yeah. I haven't watched Sesame Street in ages, but that's what I am. Join us in the dark, Lucy. No, you can't take me. I'll never go willingly into that dying light, or whatever the quote is. What am I saying? Oh yeah, so I got a new phone recently, and because I dropped my old phone, I was like, you know what, I'm going to buy a case. Now I've never lived the case life, but I bought the case, and the other day, it's a problem that, a lot of people may face if you buy women's jeans. You just don't have the pockets. So I went into the toilet, my phone clearly wasn't in the pocket in its correct, snuggly place, and it popped out and it hit the floor. Now, I don't know what the case is doing, because whatever the case is, it's not doing its, function, because I've scratched the top of the phone in the one space that the case isn't covering. Like, how does that happen? Like, the case comes out to stop, bumps and ridges, but somehow my phone went, and the floor had, like, grates in it, and somehow, oh, God, my case has saved my Pixel 4 at least 50 times so far. It is a decent case. I think I got unlucky. Sometimes the unluckiness, it just hits me. It just straight up gets me. So, I'm annoyed at myself. I'm annoyed at the patriarchy. And I'm annoyed at needing to go to the toilet at that very moment. At myself, then I suppose, again, that would be all of the reasons that I'm annoyed. So those are my lowlights, everybody. Let me know yours, or if you have highlights. Maybe we need highlights. We need to lift this up. December is the only good non-summer month. Now, Jazz D, I've also got a controversial thing to say. I don't know if I like December. Oscar the Grouch. Just don't like anything anymore. Just over it. I'm just over. This life is exhausting. Dog says, I dropped my phone too and cracked the screen. Oh my god, no. I felt that. Thankfully, mine was okay. Now, mine was a very petty, minor inconvenience. But still, it's the principle. The principle. Lucy annoyed at pockets. Yeah. What's everyone else saying? Low light, found out today, no work bonus because of COVID. No. Highlight was Lucy liked one of my tweets. Tweets. I'm happy I could oblige. Yeah, if you ever want to say anything to me, hit me up in the Twitters, because I normally get back to people more often than not on a Twitter thread than anywhere else, because it gets too difficult otherwise. I used to do all the things, and then I was like, oh my god, I can't manage all the places. So yeah, there's your top tip. But no, I'm happy I could help. I'm glad I could bring a highlight. Yo, camera, why you gotta be like that? All right. Okay. What are people saying? Lowlight says Chris J got diagnosed with a skin disease. Nothing lethal, but still bummed. Damn, I hope everything's all right, Chris J. Highlight was going on a trip, my birthday trip this weekend, and going to some Fall Guys. Nice. Well, I hope everything works out. Wait, isn't your birthday in December, Liz? Yeah, I don't like my birthday. It's not. There was talks once upon a time about moving my birthday, but I don't think you can really do that. My mum was like, why don't you just change it to like May or June? But I was like, I'd be living this weird lie that I'd be telling everyone it's my birthday, but it wasn't really my birthday. Why? Just because I didn't like my birthday. It'd be some odd limbo space. Like, if you say that your name, like, what if I told you that my name wasn't actually Lucy? It'd be the most it'd be deception of the highest degree. Highlights for Prime Logan, 2 days off in a row for once. Nice. I like doing that. Nice. Michael A says, platinumed Yakuza. Ooh, how do you say that? Kiwami? Nice. I like it. Bob I see says, highlight of the season. Got my camera confidence back beyond happy. Nice. It's just my. I quite like doing that now. It's made my own self happy. Doing this. Nice. Camera not behaving. Not nice. Can celebrate your half birthday instead. Could do. My birthday's on Back to the Future Day. That's really cool. And that's a good segue that we will segue to later. Your issues are with pockets and cases combined. They did indeed. All of the humanities of things. Charlie B says, highlight completed Ghost of Tsushima director's cut. Oh, was it good? Lowlight broke my first PS4 remote. Ah, sad times. My PS4 controllers are like dying like crazy. Like, they're really dying. I don't really know what's the deal with them. They need to live a little longer. All right, let's turn the tables. What are my highlights? I've got quite a few actually for someone that's so Oscar the Grouch today. Lord, I keep dropping this Lucozade. Every last drop of this is sacred juices, and I'm just like waving it about the shop. Okay, let us start. I had a couple of barbecues. I mean, the classic British barbecues in the freezing cold, but barbecues nonetheless, and that was nice. Oh my god, the big highlight was I finally managed to freaking book a driving test. Now, it is for February 2022. I mean, a lot of you have been with me on my, why are you called LudiXP when your name is Lucy? Sorry, I'm curious, it's Hazy Day. The reason is because my sister, well, you know, we all made it. I'll loop back to this. The reason is my sister, wait, is it, I started my YouTube account in 2006. I know, some people may not have been born then. Actually, quite a few people may not have been born then. It's been quite a few years since that happened. And it was during the time when everyone liked to put X's around their names. And my sister, Imogen, she couldn't really say my name properly, so she would always call me Ludi. It sounded like, even though she's saying Lucy, it sounded like Ludi. So my original YouTube name was XLudiX. But as time went on and I started making videos and people started to actually, you know, interact with me, I was like, this is a nonsensical name. It doesn't really make any sense. People don't know whether to... and also I think sometimes YouTube or Google Plus at the time would like capitalise the X. So people would start going, and not really be able to say it. Probably was like, I need something a bit more catchy, or, you know, flows off the tongue. Now, I was also trying to think of like, well, I can't just suddenly change my name to, you know, Bubbly Bunny Pops, and then like, who the frick is Bubbly Bunny Pops? I don't even know who that is. I can't even say it. That's why why it's not my name. It's not easy. It doesn't roll off the tongue. So I was like, okay, well, I want to keep Ludi in there because that's still recognisable, and I need to keep an X in there because I had X's before. People will be searching some of these videos, so I want to find something that's, you know, and I was like, XP experience, the XP zone, and here we are. That's the yeah, exactly, X Pro Gamer X, yeah, all that nonsense. So that's the origin story. So yeah, right, oh yeah, so my driving test, to get back to this story. So I just randomly went on Sunday, and they seem to have opened up a new batch from like the new year. So I just got on that really quick. And I think the earliest was like I'm doing it on a Thursday, so that I can come back to the show. Yeah, I did think about this when I was booking it. I could either do Wednesday or I could do Thursday. And I was like, you know what, if I do Thursday, then when I do the show, it'll either be good news or bad news. I'm like, la 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 la. I can even show you my driving test, or I'll be like, oh no. So yeah, I've got 6 months to prepare, you know, cue montage, and hopefully that's going to give me a bit more of a kick up the bum to get back on it, because I haven't really driven in a while. I haven't even got an instructor, so I need to like sort that out again. But I like having this goal. I mean, yeah, it's far, but I need to work towards it. I like having the goal to... So I'll figure that out. And then the other highlight was yeah, Back to the Future, which I will talk about in a hot sec. Dedication, respect, thank you. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Oh, all of the segues. Should we just talk about it now? Back to the Future, the musical. Now, a musical, I hear you say. Let's Let's take a sip. Oh, I didn't bring any pictures with me. You don't need... there was no pictures to be taken. So, hung out with El Presidente, aka Manish. We went together to the theatre. Went to Big Easy's beforehand. I ate shrimp. And some other things. That was actually quite nice. But what happened was we were so busy talking that we didn't realise, because we were on a strict deadline, alright? We met up and then we were like, well, we need to go to the frickin' thing. It was started at 7:30. And I remember you don't want to be rude when talking to another person. So I didn't want to be like, and then just stare at my watch. So I was kind of sort of doing this, even though we both knew we had to be somewhere, I was kind of doing the little bit of a So I looked at my watch and I was like, okay, we've got about 15 minutes, and then maybe I should start, saying we should probably get the bill and all that stuff. But all of a sudden I looked at my watch again and it was like 7:20. We had to be there in 10 minutes and I was like, oh my god, we need to get the bill. We got the woman over there and for some reason we explained the whole situation. Like, oh, I'm really sorry, we've got to go to the theatre, can we get the bill now please? And she was like, oh yeah, sure, have a great time, great. Now just as we were leaving, my jam came on. I mean, not quite my jam. I mean, my jam is strawberry. So if my jam is strawberry, let's just say this is marmalade. Actually, I don't even like marmalade. So let's just say it's one up from marmalade. Blackberry jam. So my blackberry jam came on. And I was like, oh no. So I wonder if people know this song. This is a song that I always feel like I would love to go to a karaoke session and just sing it. And no one would really know what I was singing. Because I don't think it's a very well-known song. But the story behind it is that for some reason I got quite addicted to this song because it was a soundtrack on a WWE game, and whenever the song came on I would just sing it, and I wanted to learn the words and everything. Let's see if anybody knows it. Alright, you want to hear a bit of the mystical song and see if anybody in the chat. Here's a pre-early game. Let me think. I'm going to start not at the beginning of the song, I'm going to start somewhere in the middle of the song, and let's see how we go. So song, chorus. Chorus. Now I feel a bit nervous. Why is it whenever I get performance anxiety? It's just me just doing this to all of you. Right. Guess the song. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, baby, this is how we roll. We rollin' into town with nothing else to do. We take another lap around. Yeah, holla at your boy if you need a ride. If you roll with me, yeah, you know we riding high up on them 37 needles. Windows tinted, hard to see though. How fresh my baby is in the shotgun seat though. Them kisses are from me though. Automatic like a free throw. This life I live, it might not be for you, but it's for me though. Let's go. It's how we roll. We hang around singing out everything on the radio. We riding high with our hands up. This is how... Anyone know it? Probably not. It's quite a random song. It's not Pitbull. Wow. So that's what I'm saying. I used to know this song so bang on. It's a country song, right? It is a country song. Wow. This is really... Wow. Nobody knows what this song is. Wow. It was, This Is How We Roll by Florida Georgia Line. For some reason, it's on W2K, I think it's on 2K 14, actually. Did you compose it yourself? No, this is a real song. This is how we roll, literally. Yeah, baby, this is... Well, I'm not going to do that again, but I think it's mixtapes got a little Hank, little Drake, a little something bumping on the wheel ride. The mix stronger in or drink or something. I used to stop playing the game and just listen to the song and try and rap along with it. God knows why. I think it's because the soundtrack was so awful that this was the one song that spoke to me. But yeah, no one guessed the song. It's Florida Georgia Line. This is how we roll. My favourite bit was the bridge where it's like, yeah, we're proud to be young. We stick to our guns. We love who we love and we want to have fun. Yeah, we cuss on them Mondays and pray on them Sundays. I quite enjoyed that line. It's like, of course you do. Don't cuss on a Sunday. You can on a Monday. Gotta pray on the Sunday. Obs. So yeah, that song came on as we're leaving. Anyway, back to the real story. And we're booking it out of there. And then we see there's a queue for the theatre. We're like, oh my god, this is quite a long queue. So we join the queue, and then Manisha asked one of the people, oh, is this the queue to the theatre? And she goes, yeah, it's for Vandalier. I can't remember. And he was like, cool. And I was like, Manisha, we're not going to go see that. We're seeing Back to the Future. That's down there. So we go all the way over there. Now, other cool thing is that our friend Grace worked on it. So we quickly see her, and we're like, oh, cool, we're looking forward to seeing what you did, because she did all the animation or effects and whatever. Anyway, we make it to our seats, thank God. And there's a delay. So we're like, what were we worried about? We're just here now. Now, apparently we went to preview, and the guy who wrote Back to the Future, as in the entire shebang, he was there on that night, just walking around the halls. So that was cool. Not that I saw him. So we saw the whole thing, as you do when you go to the theatre, you don't just leave. And I was very impressed. Did you get 88 miles an hour booking it to the theatre? Very good, Robert War. So, now this is, it was a little cheesy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was a bit like, you gotta do. You can find one of the songs on Spotify. It's a song that Marty McFly sings to George McFly, when he wants him to, like, step up and ask Lorraine out to the dance. It's like, you gotta not care about what you wear, or something. But they were good. So there was about 80% songage, 20% talking, but it did obviously follow the thing. And apparently the guy who did write Back to the Future also wrote, was part of this. Oh my god, they all sounded like them. Like the guy who played Marty McFly sounded exactly like, Michael J. Fox, like, Doc! I was like, wow. Now, one of the things they did change, semi-spoilers, was how in the film, like, Doc gets shot by all the terrorists, I think it is. They changed that, obviously. But when the DeLorean went into, like, the past and the future, the way they did it was so cool. Like, it really looked like it was moving. I was like, how? Like, there was one point where it was just like, they were there, and it went, poof, and it just came out of just nothingness. And I was like, whoa! That was really cool. I was like, how did they do that? But I don't want to spoil too much of it, obviously, but the theatre trickery was on point, and there was a lot of cool lighting and stuff, and I do really want to listen to the soundtrack again, because there were some good bits, and just some of the ways that they put some of the scenes together, and there were some cool set pieces. Did they just cut it out, or did they do something different? They did something different, so I think he got radiation poisoning instead, because he had to put the plutonium, and he hadn't worn the correct protective gear or something, so all of a sudden his lungs like lit up, and so that's the thing at the end of the film. He's trying to still save him from that happening. I think that was the only real major differences. I can't remember what the people were called, or what their purpose was in the film. It's been a while since I've watched it. I was only when I was watching it, I was like, oh yeah, those people show up in a car and just shoot them, which is a little drastic. Wow, I live close to the actual Florida Georgia line. This song was inescapable. Someone knew. Nice. I'm glad you knew, Prime Logan. So yeah, I thought it was really good. And then I've got, of course, at the interval, I went out to see Grace, and then there was the ice cream debacle where they didn't have any more chocolate ice cream, so I had to have strawberry ice cream, which I was okay with. I liked it. It was refreshing. So yeah, theatre performance, I am happy. Another thing ticked off of my things to do after lockdown. That was one of the things I remember seeing it and being like, I just really want to go to it. Like, I don't care if it's cheesy. It was a little cheesy, but I lapped it up like a cat lapping up milk. I was like, more milk, please. I loved it. But milkshake or ice cream? Oh, no, we're talking about ice cream. Milkshake is another kettle of fish. I think for milkshake I might go vanilla. So yeah, I would recommend if you like Back to the Future. It makes me want to watch the next one now. I thought that was really good. Oh, and they also had some things at the end that changed. I'm going to say the human of the theatre, George McFly. George McFly was really, really good in it. And that's the other thing. Not only did they all sound like the people, they all looked like them as well. It was very uncanny valley. Like, it looked like them, but also didn't, in a weird way. Yeah, so I very much enjoyed that. How long is the musical? It's about 2.5 hours, but it went like that. It was, oh my god, and the big, so they did have a bit of the Earth Angel, my darling angel. I love that bit. Oh, and they had Johnny Be Good. That was really good as well. That was fun. And then, of course, the big sort of scene where they're trying to get back to the future. That was done really, they even had fire when it was like on the floor, and we were like, woo! It was weird being in the theatre and not the cinema, in terms of the fact that everyone was like, yeah, like, obviously when people stop singing, you clap and you give them a little bit of yeah. So yeah, I thought that was cool, and I very much enjoyed it. So yeah, that's my review, I suppose, of Back to the Future. I remember a few years back, the director of Back to the Future was going to direct the Flash movie. Time traveling is thing. Cool. Is there a musical trilogy too? No, I think it's just the one. You may not understand this, but your kids are going to love it. Yeah, that was all said. All the lines that you wanted to be said. My favourite line. What's your favourite line from Back to the Future? My favourite line, which I like to say, I always enjoy, hey you, get your damn hands off her. I like that. I also used to have an animation teacher that looked like George McFly, but if George McFly was from Manchester, and I used to just sort of be like, George McFly, Not that I thought George McFly was hot in the film, but for some reason I quite liked this animation teacher, just purely for the fact that he looked a bit like George McFly. And he had the same sort of mannerisms as him as well, which was very interesting. Right, shall we move on to clip of the week as I down the rest of this Lucasade? Let's do it. So clip of the week comes to you from a walk that me and my sister went to. We went to a barbecue at my uncle's house and we got really bored. So we went to take Luna out for a walk and we ended up in a cryptic cornfield. Enjoy. We found a horse. Let's see if I can zoom in. Oh, horse. One lone horse. I don't know where the others are. Luna can't see the horse on this trail walk. Now, what are you up to? Let's see if we see anyone. Oh, look, now the horse is eating. I don't think we can go that way. We'll see. Here on Horse Watch. Well, now we've made it to horror movie-esque cornfield, where we're gonna run, I suppose. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't run through that. Maybe if it was taller. I'm not really sure if we're supposed to be here. Are we supposed to be here? But it's where the cornfield killer hangs out, sniping people with the crossbow.
I heard some really dangerous stories there, man.
Really? You tell us a ghost story about a cornfield.
Okay. One time.
Yeah.
In a cornfield.
No.
There was a man called James.
James, not James.
You know James.
Oh, well, I've heard of him.
Everyone's heard of him.
Oh, God. What did he do?
And, one night he said, I want to go to the cornfield, guys.
As you do.
Because he heard the cornfield was the spot to go and he thought all his friends were going to be there.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, James, we'll join you.
Uh-huh.
So James went at 12 o'clock at night because he thought that's where all his friends were getting down.
Yeah.
And when he came, his friends weren't there.
Where were
they? His friends watched. And so he thought, where's his friends?
Yeah.
And then he saw a tractor.
Like that one there?
Exactly that one.
Ah!
And he never saw the cornfield again.
Oh my God, no! Oh, well, it's a good story.
I know.
That where they all ended up, in that ditch over there. Oh, I almost fell in a ditch. There you can see all the motorway. I think that's quite cool being able to see all of that. No, in the cornfield. Is that tractor on?
Is it a tractor?
I don't know who's on. What is going? Or maybe it's just a generator. Oh my God, we're in proper Last of Us country. This was what I thought was a tractor going, but it's suddenly turned off by itself.
By itself.
Maybe it's James. James's ghost.
James got turned into the tractor.
Ah! What even is this? It's like some kind of generator thing. It's a bit creepy out here, to be honest. I don't know if I like it. There is nowhere to go. I've never been to a cornfield. Look, it could be someone's skull.
My house is just going to say wasted in a
Wasted. And look, there's like the eerie farmhouse that's, got, the cannibal family, I'm sure. Oh well. Hopefully we won't. Oh my God, no! And that is the story of how I became a ghost. Now I managed to make it out of the cornfield, but it was quite creepy. I'm not gonna lie, it was quite creepy there. Which made me think of, I was lying in bed the other day, watching some Bloodborne videos on YouTube, and I suddenly thought about boss fights. This is going somewhere, don't worry. And I was like, wow, imagine being trapped in a room for always and eternity, having to fight people, and knowing that they're not going to stop until they beat you. Like, what an exhausting existence that is. And then that made me think about, well, what would happen then if I was a ghost? Like, let's imagine that when, you get killed by the mysterious forces in the cornfield, you wake up and you're not allowed, something's happened, I don't know, you've accumulated some kind of points on your driving license, for instance, points on your living license. So it's like, well, sorry, Lucy, you've got 5 points on your living license. Oh, what did I do? Oh, well, it was that time you nicked that bounty bar. No, not the bounty bar. That's a 5-point offence. Well, I'm afraid it is. So you're going to have to live out 5 years of your life ghosting somewhere, but you're going to be confined to a certain area, and it's got to be somewhere that you've spent a significant amount of time. So I'm talking like, and I mean significant. So that made me think, like, where would I haunt if I had to serve 5 years of ghosting penance sentence? where's a place that I've been to for a significant length of time? So what I mean by that is you can't just say, oh, well, if I was a ghost, I would 100% be a ghost in Disneyland because I went when I was 5 and I loved it. No, you can't do that. That's not fair. You can't ghost Disneyland unless you've been there for a significant amount of time. So I was thinking, I, for a laugh, would haunt the PlayStation offices. I would love that job. Because I've been there for a significant amount of time. Yes, you'd have to pry me out of there. I would just like go around the halls, just like, this is how I move as a ghost. I move in my own ways. And I would just look at, I like moving like a ghost, it's quite fun. I would look at everyone's monitors, not that anyone would be there, to be honest. But, and I would like go, and then maybe I'd go and just, well, what else could I do? I guess I could just help the young people out, stir it out a bit, what are the young people doing, trying to bring them up, maybe I'd make a friend, be the imaginary mentor. I could mentor people as a ghost, or just do tricks, just I'd sit at my old desk. That would, my current desk. I mean, obviously I'd be dead, so it'd be my old desk now. But I would just sit there now and again, like, imagine poor, let's say, my replacement. It becomes, I suppose my replacement. So a new, young, up-and-coming person, let's just call her Lacey. She's now, I'm going to be a designer. She sits down, and then I'm already sitting there, and I'm like, oh, hello, Lacey. I would just do that as a laugh to Lacey all the time. She'd be like, can you not, I would imagine that she'd come to work sometimes. She'd be like, Lucy, are you in the seat? And I'm like, no one's here. No. She's like, no, you are here. No. I'm hiding somewhere else at the moment. Well, I'd have such fun. I'd have such fun with Lacey. I would just muck about all day. Oh, God. I hope that happens to me. I'd love to haunt the PlayStation offices. Serves them right. For no reason whatsoever. I'd be a friendly ghost. Depends, though. Depends what's happening. Maybe I could, what do ghosts even do? I guess it's like a prison sentence, I suppose, so you have to make your own fun. Maybe I'd be a bit like Peeves from Harry Potter. I'd just like, hey, do you want to race me? Like, no, Lucy, we've really got to do this work. I'm like, God, please race me. And I'm like, maybe it only appeared to the significant few. So I pose the question to you while I think about it more. Where would you haunt if you got 5 points on your life license and you had to serve them somewhere significant? Don't try and overthrow the rules. Right, let's see what people are saying. Robert says, I would haunt Nisa to get my own back on rude customers. Nice. Could you be ghost busted? Oh, I don't know. Matt, I was just about to say 10 GMS. You'll never stay off the first floor. No, Matt, I can go to all the floors because you know what? Walls don't stop me as a ghost. Forget about it, walls don't stop me. That's an actual song. Not quite the words. Yeah, I'd be all over it. I could just like, Jimmy would probably still be there. I'd just like, just watching whatever's going on, showing up in the meetings. Maybe I could muck about with the slideshows. That'd be quite fun. I'd just be like, oh, do you know what would be hilarious? No one would find it hilarious but me. I would just type other things into people's presentations, their decks. Oh, I could turn up on Zoom calls. Just like, you've got something in the background, your team's... No. Everyone would hate me. But they've got to be stuck with me unless they burn the building down. That would be horrible. Because then I would still be stuck because it's about the area space, not actually the building. Okay, right, let's see. Sounds like you're pitching a movie idea to the studio executives. Chaos and ectoplasm everywhere. Lucy is moaning murder. Oh my God, I remember when I used to work here. Oh, everyone was so nice until they all left. I'd be very bitter, clearly. Possess people will throw out some Lucy quotes. Oh my gosh, yeah, I would just say random Lucy quotes. Ghost of community services, yeah. You haunt me and keep moving assets to where they were. Just like, not this folder. Don't disrespect the folder structure. I'm generally concerned. These are just what happens when I just clearly stay awake at night thinking about what I would do if I was doing anything else. Seattle Pike Place Public Market. Oh, interesting, Charlie B. I wonder why. Oh, the ghost emoji. I love it. I'd distract you with Uncharted Mirth and make a run for it from the lifts. Oh my God, could that be my theme music? Like, you wouldn't know I'm there, because obviously some days, ghosts have got to have days off too, alright? Some days maybe I'll be out on community service, but when I come back I'll be like... And I'll be like, no! And the lift opens. I really want to be a ghost now. Not that I'm saying that, what being a ghost implies, but I think it'd be quite fun. Grouchy Lucy sounds like, yeah, Grouchy Lucy. I can also complete the Oscar the Grouch look with a poo bag straight out of the bin, and then that's meant to be the lid, and that's how I could be Oscar the Grouch. You're doing petty crimes, Luce. No, I'm being a ghost. So does anyone else, or does everyone else just think this is silly? Which you wouldn't be wrong for thinking that. I mean, I'm just trying to throw out interesting concepts for you to think about. Maybe you could think about it late at night when you're watching Bloodborne Let's Plays. But yeah, I think that wouldn't be as bad as being a Bloodborne boss. That would be awful. Tsushima as a ghost. Ooh, nice. Happy September, says Weeping Scorpion. Yes, happy September. You could put your hair forward and look at the ring. Oh my god, I once had a family friend member who was 10, and she was like, "Oh, Lucy, can you be the girl from the ring?" And I was like, "Firstly, little girl, I've not watched the ring. Why have you watched the ring?" And she wanted me to chase her around her house as the girl from the ring, which I refused to do because I was like, no, this only ends one way. And it's me being told off. It's very you spinning on the desk chairs around. Yeah, I would just do it. Turn the lights on and off. But there we go. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to just haunt the PlayStation offices to the end of time itself. Right, shall we move on to something? Wasn't Myrtle the same actor from the God Awful? Run, Elton, run! Yeah, she was. She was also her fate. What do you think's the worst fate, everybody? Let's just flip this. You could be a ghost. You could be dead. Or you could be infused in a slab of concrete for the rest of your days. You can still talk, but you don't have any legs. It's just your face infused into a concrete slab. It happened to someone on Doctor Who. It was seen as a blessing at the time, but quite frankly, I think it's quite the curse. She also has a boyfriend, so there's hope for all of us. If a slab of concrete can get a boyfriend, then God, get me in a slab. Maybe. Yeah, I thought that was... I don't know what you thought about that, Vault Boy Steve. Sometimes I think about that. I'm like, how do you go to the cinema? How do you go anywhere? Like, why does that weird guy walk around with a slab in his back pocket? Well, actually, it's quite a big slab, so he has to, like, lug it over his shoulder. And people are like, you're weird, mate. She still had a love life with Elton, so... Yeah, best not to think about that, to be honest. Well, clearly the Lucasade has kicked in. That should have been the poll. It could be the poll for next week, Jose. We'll put a pin in that, as they say in the business of, CEO corporations. We'll put a pin in that, put it in the parking lot. Next week, what would you rather? A ghost, dead, or slab? An animated slab of concrete. We'll see who wins. I try not to think about what... Oh, no, let's not go there. Let's take a turn. So what have I been playing, everybody? Video games. They're a thing that still exists in the world. So I've been playing Hellblade. Let's switch over to this. So here I am playing a bit of Hellblade. So I needed a break from Persona 5 Royal whilst it was good. I just wanted something a bit different. Now, I don't really... I feel like I'm about to be Oscar the Grouch again. Can't say I very much enjoyed the game, and I know that people love the game, and I feel bad for not loving the game, but yeah, I maybe it was because I was Oscar the Grouch. I came out of the bin to play it, and oh, hang on, sorry, I've got a bit stuck with myself. I didn't want to give myself a cramp live on stream because that wouldn't have been a good look. Yeah, so here I am. It's a lot of walking. It's very much a walking sort of simulator kind of thing, but you also have all this other stuff going on. The audio is really cool. That's like the standout thing. Now, first off the bat, I had a couple of issues. Hopefully the sound isn't too loud. How many times did it crash? Yes, apt question. It crashed on me about 3 times. Now, I know it doesn't happen to everybody, so I played it on PS5, and it does say when you're playing it on your PS5 there may be some issues. So I booted up the game, it crashed on me, and it caused me to lose something, which we'll get to in a sec. And then I had a glitch where I was like crawling through somewhere, and I just couldn't get past it because my character, Senua, she was just like stuck. And that was very frustrating. I also had another glitch that happened to me, which made the game like just totally crash, and I had to close the app, start it back up again, which was so Weeping Scorpion saying, "Oh my god, Hellblade is amazing. Norse mythology for the win. My Norse ancestors were an interesting bunch indeed." Yeah, I did find that quite interesting, especially as I watched Loki as well recently, which we'll get to. Yeah, I do find the Norse mythology very interesting. I didn't know really what to expect with this game, I must say. I knew that it was going to be like, you know, an immersive experience of all like, you know, the 3D audio and everything, which was, as I said, very good. But I just found it a very frustrating experience. I don't know. It was something to do with like, it was weird. It doesn't really tell you how to play the game, which is something I complained about anyway. So I'm just complaining. So these are the runes. As you see, I missed one. Annoyingly, I missed two, even while following a guide. So that wound me right up, because you have to play the whole game again to get all of the rune things, which I'm doing right now, because trophies, like, even though it is what it is. I've done worse things with my time, like thinking about where I would haunt. So I don't know. I didn't really like the combat either. I felt like I'm just mashing square a lot, which I get, and it kind of is confusing. I found the first boss really hard, mainly because I didn't know what I was doing. Yeah, Moody Lucy. I have transformed into Moody Lucy. Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't resonate with me. Maybe I'm just not woke, or maybe I'm just broke. either or. There was a lot of like puzzles, and a lot of time I was just like there's like, so this is what the game is mainly. You're walking around, long cutscenes, finding things. It is very deep in what it's trying to like say, but at the same time I don't think I was really captivated by it, and so I did do a bit of a naughty thing, and I just looked at a guide whilst I was playing the game, just so I didn't miss the lore stones and stuff. What else have I written here? Yeah, I just felt the combat was a little bit lacking, but maybe that wasn't the point. Like, it literally is like you press. Let's move to some combat. I didn't mind the puzzles so much, actually. Like, this is the bit where I died quite a lot because I didn't know what to do. So look, I'm just walking around, you know, trying to find. Oh, here we go. Let's get to the combat, so we can explain. So I'm lining all the things, and now these are the main sort of things you fight. There are a couple of boss fights. So your main course of attack is pressing X, and then pressing R1 to like block and do that. Bling! That's quite fun. And then you press your little focus thing, which is a bit confusing, because I was like, when did this come in? It just suddenly happened. And then I guess things go in slow motion. It's kind of read between the lines sort of situation of what's going on here. Now, one of the things I did find hard when I started the game, maybe this is what I had problems with, so 60 frames per second is switched off as like the default, and I remember finding the game very like slow. Like, I'd be like pressing things, I'd be like, wow, this feels very unresponsive. As soon as I switched the 60 frames per second on, it felt a lot better. I enjoyed the combat a lot more. So maybe I'm, you know, ragging on it a bit when you should be playing at 60 frames per second if you have the option. So there's my top tip for you, because I did find that I was pressing like X or square, and things were just going very slowly, and I wasn't sort of getting it. But yeah, the voices are very helpful in the combat, so they'll be like saying, you know, evade or behind you. So that's pretty cool. I'm enjoying the game a bit more now that I'm replaying it to try and get the lore stones. I think knowing what to do. See, life is too frustrating to be frustrated. Was one of the things I just thought about. I was just like, I can't be frustrated in entertainment. Don't have it. My limits are over capacity. So maybe that's part of the issue. So now I've beat the bad guys. I've got to find these symbols. They're hidden within the world. Some of them are well hidden. Some of them are well hidden. You know, not greatly so. So yeah, that's basically the game, to be honest. I was very frustrated by not getting all the lore stones. I can't begin to tell you the rage I felt this morning when I was like, did the last lore stone. I was like, fuck's sake. Now, one of them is because the game crashed on me, and I had got one, but it hadn't saved because of the crash. So, and the other one is just me being dumb, and I didn't obviously use the guide properly. So that's my own fault there. So let's see. What are you guys? Have you played Hellblade? What's your thoughts? I got it in the indie sale for about £6. FYI, if you're interested. I don't know if that sale is still on. Let's see. I want to hear people tell me I'm wrong, because I want to see. Will you plat this game? Yes, Fabio, because I'm a filthy addict, and I'm only missing one trophy. And it's not actually that long to play the game. Now that I know where I'm going, I can just play it with a podcast or something on in the background. I'm not too. The lore stone I'm missing is only in chapter 5. If the lore stone that I was missing was deeper into the game, because there was one bit, there's like a maze, and I was like, this is just. I just don't have it. I just don't have it in me. Volboy Steve says loved it. Would have paid full whack, but using a guide on the first run kind of spoiled it. Okay, interesting. Rich Gamer says looks like a good game. I mean, I don't I don't want to dissuade you from it, just from my experiences of being Oscar the Grouch. Chris Jones saying, I loved it, the lore, the atmosphere, Senua herself, and since I struggle with mental health myself, I related to some of Senua's own struggles. Sounds pretty cool. Matt says, I never finished it. It's impressive form from a small team, but didn't grab it. Yes, I will agree with that. It is very impressive. Like, look at the animations and stuff, and it's a light experience. I don't think I could have played more of it than it was. I think it was enough for me. The ending was quite interesting. I will say, the ending, I liked what happened. I'm not going to say what it was, but I played it this morning, and I was kind of like, well, this is cool, how it went down. But yeah, I felt like I died a lot from things that I wasn't happy with how that went down, to be fair. Like, the rock sort of comes up your arm every time you die, and I felt like my deaths were unfair. What did you think of the end credit song? Oh, I really liked that, actually. That was good. 6 frames per second upgrades are my favourite aspect of next gen. Yes. Robert Wall says, I really enjoyed the game, art style and atmosphere. Oh, cool. Looks, the final boss fight is amazing. The music along the final to push. Yeah, there was some cool bits where I was like, I get it, but don't know, it's still a fake permadeath. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Not for me. So I'm gonna go back to Persona 5 Golden, I think, or Persona 5 Royal. I keep calling it the wrong thing. And after that, I'm gonna go into the world of Mass Effect because I've been given a task. I need to make a Mass Effect ballad. I know. Well, I don't know why. I don't get commissions for these, but I have some songwriting lyrics in the works. Some reason I just like doing this now. It's what I do to pass the time. So that's all my thoughts on Hellblade. Hopefully that'll be my platinum. I wanted to get it for August, but yet to get an August platinum. So it's now September. So hopefully this will be my September plat. So there we go. Right, let us move on to what have I been watching. So let's talk about Loki, which here's a funny story, everybody. You know how I told you about my Disney Plus was running out? I watched Loki, like, it's only 6 episodes, and I sort of, like, smashed through it, and I went to destroy, seems a little much, I went to turn off my Disney Plus, knowing that I'd done it in time, only to discover that I didn't have 3 months of Disney Plus 3, I've got 6 months! I've got September and October of Disney Plus to enjoy, so, let me know if what else I should watch in my 2 more months, because I will get rid of it after that. So if you have any recommendations outside of the Marvel stuff, because I'm not too invested in the Marvel stuff. Don't worry, I will do spoiler hands for those of you who've not seen it. Have I seen Ragnarok on Netflix? Is that you? Are you talking about the actual Thor Ragnarok? Because I did really like that. Don't worry, I will spoiler hands. Oh, I left my pen over here. So when my hand goes up, your ears go shut. Not as good as Not Penny's Boat, unfortunately. But watch classic Simpsons. Check out Moulin Rouge. It's a musical. Maybe. We'll see. So let's begin. Loki. Now, I'm not massively, as I said, into the Marvel ins and outs of what's happening in this extended universe. But I did really enjoy it. Now, I remember people being like, you need to watch it, it's like Doctor Who. I'd first like to say, the only parallels between Loki and Doctor Who that I could really take away was there's time travel and other planets. Other than that, I don't know what these people are watching, because it sure as hell isn't Doctor Who. Like, also, this is a more, like, structural, continuous story that's happening through it, whereas Doctor Who has, like, individual, like, Monster of the Week things going on, with a very loosely tied thread to lead you to the end, whereas this was very much, no, at the end of this episode, something else is going to happen, to, like, you know, oh my god, watch old episodes of Recess, that's a great idea, I loved Recess. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut, exactly. Just mute when you see the hand. Yeah, when you see the hand, mute. That's what I would do. So my first takeaway is I was very much into it. Much as like I wasn't too sure. I watched the first episode ages ago, and then I just jumped in from episode 2. So great cast of characters. Like Owen Wilson a lot in this particularly. I don't watch many Owen Wilson things, just in case you think I'm a big Owen Wilson fan. I tear this poster down and there's Owen Wilson going, wow. No. And the other people who I shan't say in it. So I was very impressed by the scale of the TV show because like the special effects were really good in terms of, I'm talking like movie-esque special effects, you know, set design, CGI backgrounds and whatnot, you know, going to other places. It was literally like the budget of a Marvel film, but in TV form, which I respected a lot. I was like, this is cool, I like this. Like, you can tell a better story in a TV show, but it just looks amazing. Like, if Doctor Who could look half, even a quarter as good. I mean, I don't want to shit on Doctor Who, but, you know, we've only got BBC budget to work with. But when you go from that to, like, you know, and you're like, oh, well, this was top scale. Loki has big Doctor Who energy, I thought. I don't know, like, maybe, I don't know, I can't, like, I just see him as his own character. Tom Hiddleston is good. Now I'm just thinking about that. I'm trying to think. I did like, you know, the relationship they had. Let me see. So, Loki, we have variants here at the TVA, and we need to catch Lokis, and sometimes it's hard catching a Loki, but sometimes as well, if I'm gonna say something that's really important, I'm gonna whisper my lines. It's the Owen Wilson, how he has the same kind of thing. I thought he was funny. There was a lot of funny moments, and it was quite big. Now, my problem with I'm not gonna get too big into spoilers here, but maybe I don't know if I could spoil it because I don't really know what happened. The final episode lost me because it was very lore heavy. I feel like this is what happens if a non-Doctor Who fan watches Doctor Who and all of a sudden Davros shows up and everyone's like, oh my god, it's Davros! And someone who's like, I don't know who Davros is, but I guess he's a big deal. Like, that happened in Loki, where something happened and everyone was like, oh my god, not this! And I was like, what is this? And then someone talked for like 20 minutes and I was just like, what is this? So yeah, I was lost by the end of it, but I did enjoy the ride. I would watch more. Wow, really, Joe Victor? I'm always near Charing Cross. I saw someone like you yesterday. Did I look really moody? Because if it was probably me. Always walking around looking moody. Well, say hi if you see me. I'm probably like, gotta get home. I'm in Charing Cross. Yeah, so that was my big thoughts. What have I also said here? Owen Wilson, yeah, not like Doctor Who. Wow. I've just written, wow. Why does he say wow and everything? Is it like, do people write in wow because they want Owen Wilson to say wow like that? Or is it just happenstance that he just seems to be in a lot of parts that require him to say wow? I don't get it. He didn't say wow once in Loki, I don't think. It's a meme at this point. I can see. So yeah, you should watch Loki. Spoilers. I have no spoilers to say, to be honest. Just thought it was good. Just thought I'd put the spoiler hand up for anyway. Because its mere presence makes you go, wow, yeah, Loki's variant, so very interesting. The Timekeepers, they made me. Wow. I've been watching a bit of the... I prefer Lucy saying wow. Thank you. Maybe I'll just steal that gimmick. So the other thing I watched, moving swiftly on, that was probably a very brief review of that. I watched Burham Inside on Netflix. And I thought it was very good. For those of you who don't know, I didn't know. Someone just recommended, said, hey, you should watch it. It's this guy who sat in his bedroom, not his bedroom, his flat, and he just made like a Netflix special from his room, and it's like a musical kind of thing, and I was like, oh, this sounds interesting. So, Burnham. Okay, cool, thank you. But okay, my apologies. Burnham, yes, all right. I'm new to this. Yeah, I could probably get rid of the spoiler hands. So yeah, I thought that was a very interesting watch. As people watched it, put your hands up for Detroit if you've watched it, because you know I took a gander and I didn't know what to expect. So, but I found it interesting in terms of like I felt like I could relate to some of the, you know, some of the things that were happening, because like he lived, like I'm guessing that's his house, right, or his flat or whatever, because he lived in a very small space, and I was like, well, oh my god, that I felt the, you know, correlations to that, because I too lived in a very small space over lockdown, so I can understand how that would be mind-numbingly warping for a soul. Also, as someone who, I mean, for a start, we're talking, this guy is like creativity off the roof. I've never seen anything of his before, Chris. Oh, it's his guest house. Why did he stay at his guest house? Well, because I was thinking like, damn, he had this tiny space there. So did he go home every night? Because I was like, does he sleep in this room? I don't really watch stand-up either. So for a start, I was like, wow, I understand how... Now I can't stop saying wow. Like, being in that small space, also being a creative person, like, obviously not on the scale of... Like, all I did was turn a camera on myself and just speak for an hour each week. Hardly the height of creativity over here. But I felt some of, like, when he had those little, like, snippets of him, like, talking about the creative process and, like, how it's, like... I can imagine it being really hard. Like, I know it was hard. I'm sure a lot of you, like, you know, you want to do something, but at the same time, you've got to really, like, wake up on the day and be like, right, I'm going to be this, and I need to write the thing, I need to put the camera and turn it on and blah, blah, but then it also gives you something to do. What do you do when that thing is gone? Like, it resonated me with, like, on quite a few levels. I also thought it was interesting how it was kind of just like he just sort of made things as time went on. Like, there was no real structure to it. So you can see at the beginning, he obviously had some ideas of things that he wanted to, like, take the mick out of just, you know, life. Or, you know, social commentaries on how people do things, like, and stuff like that. And, like, you know, white woman's Instagram. The songs were very good. I did enjoy a lot of the songs. And then eventually it just turns into just the state of his own kind of, like, mindset almost. Like, the songs become, like, darker in theme. I don't know, it was really interesting, especially the 30, like, he also turned 30 in lockdown, as did I, so I related to that. I was like, yes, this does suck, and the line, oh, all my stupid friends are having stupid babies, that made me laugh, as you can tell, that my laugh. So what was my favourite song from it? I did like the 30 song. I did really like the song about the world, with the sock puppet. I thought that was good. White Woman's Instagram. The internet song, that was probably top tier. That was really good. All Eyes on Me and Welcome to the Internet on My Heart. Yeah, All Eyes on Me. Is that the one at the end, like, put your hands up, put your hands up? I guess I also kind of resonated on the fact that he talks in that last song about how, like, he was, like, had struggled with, like, you know, getting his confidence back to do stand-up, and then just when he was ready, the world shut down and was like, nah, you can't do it. And, like, not that I had that similar thing, but I was kind of like, I felt before lockdown that I was doing things, like, I was on, like, like, trying to better myself, like, finding out things, and then all of a sudden they were like, nah, you can't do it anymore. And so I could feel how frustrating that would have been, because I also kind of felt that in my own... God, it's getting rather deep, isn't it? A bit deep for a Thursday. But I suppose I thought it was, like, very interesting to just put your thoughts in a creative way out there for people to just sort of break apart, almost like an anthology, like, English essay. Into, like, I've been watching a few video essays about it, which I thought was interesting. Also, the way he just had to do the whole thing himself, very impressive. So, big claps there. So yeah, that's, what do people say? I love Welcome to the Internet. Yeah, that is great. Yeah, I didn't know who this guy was before. It was just, some people recommended to watch it. So I did. So that's literally, like, everything, that I had on my tiny mind. Shall we move into the Q&A portion of the show while we're wrapping things up? Has anyone got any questions? He started out on YouTube. Oh, nice. Yeah, so if you've got a question, if you want to ask me anything, feel free. Ask away. I'm gonna take some more Lucozade. Am I going to be able to sleep after drinking Lucozade? I don't know. There is quite a lot of Lucozade left to go through. But yeah, I wish I could be as creative or have the creative abilities that he had, because I thought that was really good. I was very impressed. Without COVID, there would be no locking it down. So it's all about space. Yeah, Charlie, but you're right. That's one of the things I was thinking. Not that I really do enjoy doing this, and obviously it wouldn't have happened if lockdown hadn't happened. So I guess that was my way of doing something, because much like him, like, he was saying, like, oh, without having to make the special, what does he do when he doesn't make the special anymore? And for me, it was kind of like, so because of the show, I started to structure my weeks a bit more. When everything just felt like a big blur, I was like, well, I need something for clip of the week, so I need to leave the house to do something. I still think about that now and again, like, even, like, it gets me a reason to book things. Like, I'm going to go to a concert by myself. I'm a little bit concerned about the concert, but I'm also quite excited. Like, I've never been to a concert by myself. Gonna go and see All Time Low. But yeah, I'm weirdly excited to go by myself as well, to see what it'd be like just be my own person and just, not have to worry about whether dragging somebody else along or whatever. I don't know. It's interesting. Also, quite worried about the COVID situation, as one normally is. But I just don't want to sit around and do nothing. So yeah, I try and it's kind of helped me in that sense. I try and do things because I want to be able to talk about things to you guys. I want to be able to like show things and get out and do stuff. So yeah, it's all about perspective. What's the worst soda you've ever tasted? Diet Coke. Probably not, but I didn't like the Diet Coke I had. There must be something. I don't have a spreadsheet chart of all the sodas I drink. How was Back to the Future? I'm going next week. Watched it. Oh, you have to go to the top of the show, Joe Victor. It was brilliant though. You're gonna love it. Your kids are gonna love it. You're also gonna love it. How was the gig you went to? I haven't gone yet. It's in September. So that's the other thing. I just saw it was in September. I was like, I have to go. I have to do it. Will you continue locking it down when this pandemic is over? If people still want to watch it, yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, I do it because obviously I like doing it, but I also like that other people enjoy watching it, and it helps me get my talk out. Like, this is the kind of conversations that I would have with people at work, but obviously doesn't exist anymore. But yeah, I'd hope so. I'd hope to keep it going. As if the people want it, then I shall bring it. Favourite Back to the Future movie? Number 2. I feel like number 1 is probably the better film, but I like number 2 because I always liked the future as a child. That bit was always like, oh, the future. But I do think that probably number 1 is better. Also, I do like how it all comes back around. Like, you watch the same things. But number 1, I'm going to say number 2 as a child, but number 1 in reality. What's your favourite Futurama episode? I've only ever watched one Futurama episode in my whole life, and that's the one where Bender is his name, or Vender, goes to hell. I thought that was good. Lucy could have her own episode of What If. Oh yeah, I never saw what people said about what else I should watch on Disney Plus. And now that I've got 2 weeks left. How's your flat, Lucy? Coming along very slowly. I don't really know what the ETA on it is. I've been doing some life admin before this. I wrote some emails, shivvied some people up, and yeah, we'll see. Have I watched Free Guy? It's great for games. No, I haven't, but my friend Sophie, shout out to Sophie, said that I should look into it. She wants to see it, so maybe I'll hit her up. I'm going to go see the other Marvel film in the cinema this weekend. I can't remember what it's called. It's got, like, karate or something. People just say, do you want to do something? I'm just like, yeah, sure, sign me up. Going to concerts by your own, it's great. You can do your own thing without worrying about what the group wants to do. I wonder if I would make a friend. I kind of wish I could be that person that would just go up to someone at the concert and be like, oh, hey, I'm Lucy, how's it going? I don't know if I will be. Or will I just be like, by myself? I'm not sure. Time will tell. I am looking forward to just retailing back the story of what happens. I know, it's going to be exciting. Shang-Chi. Yes, I think I've seen that. Oh, have you read any books lately? Yes, I am reading a book at the moment, which I will get to in a future episode of Locking It Down with Lucy, where I will do my first ever What Have I Been Reading book review. Those are spoilers. I've made friends at gigs. It's great. Oh, okay, good to know. Maybe I'll do that. You could have your... Oh, sorry. I've downed energy drinks to force myself awake and immediately fallen asleep 10 hours later. Oh my god! There is quite a lot of Lucasade left. I don't even know what... I've been watching on YouTube Retry. They're doing the Bloodborne Chalice Dungeons, but I feel like I've caught up with them all now, which is sad. I don't know what to watch now. An Evening of Emptiness. Right, let us... Oh! I was going to do a Lucy quote, but I haven't got a question. Normally, for the Lucy quotes, which I've dug back out of the grave, I managed to find them, I ask you guys a question, and whoever gets the question right gets to pick a number, and then we get the Lucy quotes. Let me think of a question. Question, what can I quiz you on? Do I have any knowledge that I can impart on you and give you a pop quiz on? But it'd have to be something snappy, because if it's too hard, we'll all sit here for an eternity of time. So my question to you, what have we been talking about today? We've been talking about Hellblade, we've been talking about Loki. Okay, I've got a question for you. If you like Monsters Inc. and Up, they have both shows on Disney Plus. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. A question about either Loki or... okay, I've got a question. I don't know if this is going to be too hard, but I'm sure you can Google it, and I don't care if you Google it. What, in Loki, in the TV show Loki, what does the company TVA stand for? What does the acronym TVA stand for? If you get the answer right, you may pick a number, and I will pick you for the Lucy quote. Have you watched the Friendship Onion on YouTube and the Lord of the Rings podcast. No, because I've never watched Lord of the Rings, so that would be odd. Oh, hope you have a good day at work, Weeping Scorpion. Thanks for hanging out. Time Variance Authority, says Jazz D. Oh, and Joe Victor, who actually popped up first on my screen. So, congrats. Right, Joe, as you were the first one on my screen, pick a number from 1 to... Oh, where's it gone? A number from 1 to 200. 1 to 200. Hopefully we won't get one that we've already had. I remember some of the numbers. So for those of you, ladies and gentlemen, who don't remember or are new to Lucy Quote of the Week, back in the office, some of my friends used to just write down some of the quotes that I would say, and it became ingrained into this Word document. And I think sometimes I like to impart that. This video is honestly the best part of my 2 days off and not being able to do anything due to my concussion. Oh, thanks, Jay. I appreciate that. And I hope your concussion gets better. It's very kind of you to say so. Alright, 53. What do we got at quote 53? This is by bigotry. That's literally the quote. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's out of context, Lucy, I suppose. This is by. Are you sure I was not going to say this is my? This is by bigotry. Let's pick another one. Let's go for another question. I like questioning people. Let's go for a Hellblade question. How many lore stones are in Hellblade? How many lore stones, runes, things do you need to collect in Hellblade? Answer? I will answer, and then the number is also in the Lucy quote as well. No, it is not 46. Weeping Scorpion is correct with 44. What number would you like, Weeping Scorpion? Whilst you hit me with a number, I will read quote 44. Quote 44 from the list is, what happens after AD? EF? What would that be? What would EF stand for? Because obviously we know AD is after dinosaurs. EF... Oh, EF, I see. AD, EF is the next one along. Never played it. Well, there you go. I'd like 23. Oh, 23. It's one of my 7 favourite numbers. Number 23 is, Lucy, it's the toilet speaking. True story. The toilet did used to speak to me. But that's a story for another day. Right, that about wraps it up on this edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you spending some time with Oscar the Grouch over here. I've still got so much Lucozade. It's so good. I will, not this weekend, but I think next weekend after, I'll do like a live stream or something. Not sure what yet. But yeah. Japanese toilets are insanity. You decide. Well, you don't know. I was drinking Lucozade, but the fizzy Lucozade. So yeah, look out for that. And I've got nothing else happening. I'm literally doing nothing. Well, I'm not doing nothing, but you know. What's this? Oh yeah, I remember this. Sorry, things are just popping up on my computer. A lot of ghost stories in this. Yeah, it's a bit of a ghost episode. So why don't you make like a tree? Get the hell out of here. No, I appreciate it. Oh, of course, the PlayStation Showcase is next Thursday. Maybe we can tie that into the show. Thanks, Jazz D. Let's do that. Hang on, let's see, what time is that? PlayStation Showcase. You are invited to the PlayStation Showcase at 9 British Standard Time. Brilliant. Fantastic. Let's do that next week. Okay, everyone, tune in next week for Locking It Down with Lucy for 1 hour, and then we will switch over to we'll watch it picture in picture together forever. We'll watch the PlayStation Showcase. I'll be here and you'll be there, but we'll be watching everywhere. Oh yeah, we haven't done the poll. Let's see. All right, poll ends. Speak now, forever hold your peace on the poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Poll closed. So when I post, Lucy asked the chat, what is the favourite flavour of base ice cream? Our survey said chocolate with 41%, vanilla with 37%, and strawberry with 21%. Now I'm going to say to you fine people, thanks everyone, for the 143 of you who voted, give strawberry a chance. Much like John Lennon asked us to give peas a chance. Or maybe it was peace. Give strawberry a chance. Your tongue will be on fandangoing magicness. It will be like, da-dun, dun, 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 because it's a fresh, fruity, light taste. Give strawberries a chance. That's how I end it. Chocolate is life, but strawberries are refreshing. Right, I am going to end it thank you everybody so much for hanging out. Thank you so much to Vault Boy Steve for the mod work. Thank you all for participating and being here. Really appreciate it. I will catch you next week for another edition of Locking It Down with Lucy. And for the PlayStation Showcase, what will we see? Who knows? Only PlayStation tells. Spoiler hand for the win. Alright, adios. Goodbye.